Your birth month equals where you have to stay for a week. January, the empty mall. You are in a clean mall with many forms of entertainment. There's a carousel, arcade machines, and plenty of stores to look through. Music also plays every once in a while. You will never get bored here. Food here is very easy to obtain. There are multiple food counters scattered throughout. Every time you come across a new one, it will have a random fast food meal for you. Sleeping is also easy. You can make a bed out of clothing you find in different outlet stores. There are no entities here whatsoever. Congratulations. You are completely safe. February, the sandy forest. It is always dark here, and the ground is covered in sand. Sometimes nearby a tree you'll find a flashlight, but even so you can't see very far. Food is surprisingly easy to find. Next to trees you'll be able to find whole watermelons. These will sustain you through the week. Sleep will also be easy. The sand is soft and easy to rest on. You still need to be careful, however. There is an entity who blends in with the dark. If you ever see white eyes glowing in the dark, run away as fast as you can. Don't worry about making sound. The sand will keep your footsteps silent. Don't let him catch you. March the living rooms. Each door you go through in this place leads to a living room. There's always a couch, a table, and a couple paintings. Food isn't difficult to find. Every once in a while, one of the fridges will have something in it. Sleep isn't difficult either. The couches are soft and comfortable. Whenever you go into another living room, there's always a chance of an anomaly. An anomaly is something off or wrong about the room. This could be something small, like a strange liquid behind a painting, or something big like the walls constantly moving. If you encounter one of these anomalies, immediately backtrack and try again if you care for your life. And don't stay in a single room for longer than half a day. There is a lady with an inhuman smile, slowly making her way through the rooms to your location. You don't want her to find you. April, the watchtower. You're in a fire tower surrounded by a dark forest. The ground is made up of dirt, and trees make up a seemingly infinite number of miles. Inside the tower is where you'll spend most of your time. It contains a flashlight. Don't lose it. Your life depends on it. There's also a bed here. It's very comfortable. Food is somewhat difficult to get. Throughout the forest, there are several care packages. These are filled with food, water, and batteries for your flashlight. These care packages are all a good distance from the tower. You must be careful. There's an entity in the forest. If you ever hear scuttling in the distance, quickly make your way back to the tower. And if you hear scuttling outside while you're inside, you need to find the creature quickly and shine it with your light until it goes away. If you don't, it'll make its way inside. If this happens, you're dead. May the infinite attic. Wooden walls and ceiling go on infinitely, and the ground is made up of fiberglass. Food is surprisingly easy to find. Water and odd-flavored potato chips will be found laying on the ground every once in a while. Sleep is going to be extremely difficult. Laying on the ground will make you itchy, and if you breathe in the fiberglass, you'll cough uncontrollably. You'll need to use something to cover your hands, and tear up the fiberglass so you can sleep on the wood floor. Stay vigilant. If you hear something behind you, quickly run in the opposite direction until you can't hear it anymore. The creature may look human, but it is not. If it catches you, you won't make it out alive. June, the foggy town. The town is covered in fog. The atmosphere is dense. You can barely see 5 feet in front of you. If you try to leave, you'll just get lost in the fog and end up where you started. Food shouldn't be too difficult to find. There's various buildings scattered through. You can search through them for supplies. There will also be places to rest and sleep in these buildings. Be wary, however. This town is home to many horrifying creatures. All of these entities are a physical manifestation of your guilt. Whether you're inside a building or outside traversing the fog, always be ready to fight. Because if you aren't, you'll die here. July, the restaurant. You're in a very fancy restaurant hall. The floor is carpeted and there are tables and seats everywhere. You may choose to sit wherever you please. Sleep isn't too difficult. The floor is carpeted and there aren't any real threats. Food is far from being an issue. During your stay here, you will be served a variety of different cuisines. This is the best tasting food in the world. Here is your chef. He is completely harmless. His primary directive is to make food that tastes good to you. He takes requests and will cook anything you ask of him perfectly. He also has access to all of the best alcohol the world has ever seen. Congratulations, you are completely safe here. August, the Underground Railway. This railroad goes on infinitely. The walls are solid concrete, and the ground is rubble. Food is difficult to find in this place. Rarely you will come across vegetable platters. This will be able to just barely sustain you. There is no water, so you'll have to stay hydrated by eating cucumbers and other water-rich vegetables. Sleep is very difficult. The ground is hard, and while you're resting, you need to be alert. If you hear a rumbling, that is the entity here. The creature resembles a train, but has a pale white face and human-like eyes. There are very shallow holes in the wall scattered throughout this place, with just enough space to stand in. When you hear the creature coming, make sure to get inside one of these holes, or else you'll be consumed. September the Castle. You're in a massive Gothic castle with many enemies inside. You have access to armor and weapons to help you fend off these creatures. Food is difficult to find. You'll have to fight through waves of skeletons and zombies in different rooms. After clearing a room, you'll find a chest. Inside this chest will be wine, water, foods, or sometimes even gold and other riches. You can take these back with you once the week is over. Be careful. Sometimes you'll come across a boss room. When this happens, there will be no enemies except for one big enemy in the center of the room. Once you defeat this boss, you'll be rewarded with several chests for your effort. Stay sharp, and you just might survive this place. October, welcome to the jungle. You're in a vast wet jungle. The sky here is always a pale purple hue, and the atmosphere is always 60 to 70 degrees and humid. Food is somewhat easy to obtain. Somewhere in this jungle is a wooden shack. This is where you will find your supplies, such as water, food, and a flashlight with limited battery. Sleep isn't too difficult. You can either sleep on the ground under some leaves, or in the shack if you found it. Try not to travel out in the open. There is a massive moth-like creature that roams the sky of the jungle. If it manages to see you, it won't kill you at first. It will swoop down and lay its eggs in you. After 3 days, the eggs will hatch, leading to your death. Good luck. November, Waterworld. You are trapped inside a vast aquarium theme park. The tunnels stretch endlessly, curving under heavy glass. Beyond them is only still, lifeless water. The air is cool and damp, smelling faintly of salt and rust. Food can be found in abandoned snack stalls, but most of it is spoiled and useless, though sometimes you'll discover sealed bottles of water or a bag of chips left untouched behind the counter. Sleep will be uneasy. The benches are cold. The floors echo every breath. You must be careful not to linger too long in one place. There is something swimming in the water above, a shadow larger than any whale. Its movements slow and deliberate. It doesn't always follow you, but when the glass groans or vibrates, you'll know it's near. Stick around too long and the glass will crack little by little. If it does, drowning is the least of your worries. December the Terminal. A lifeless empty airport extends for 12 sections. You have exactly 1 hour in this place. You need to quickly make your way to an airport gate before the time runs out. Each of the gates are labeled January through November. At the end of the hour, whichever gate you are sitting at will be the corresponding month you are teleported to. Choose wisely.